Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Nightly Sports Call.
Thank you very much, Ken. Welcome, everybody, to the Allegheny Health Network Nightly Sports Call on Pittsburgh CW. I'm Josh Taylor, joined in the studio tonight from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and also from 93.7 The Fan. Paul Zeise joins me. And, Paul, last week we talked about Penn State. I think that's a game that pretty much ended the way we expected it to. If you wanted to go by the score and the way things evolved over the first half, going into the second half. Now, another familiar opponent from last season, Oklahoma State, comes to town here. And this is an Oklahoma State team that, if you look at it on paper, it might look a little bit intimidating, 51.5 points per game, over 500 yards per game on offense. But the way Pitt's approaching this game, Pat Narduzzi's kind of taking we're not looking to shock the world, more of a quiet confidence for Pitt as they go into this game on Oklahoma State.
It's a good way to describe it. They're a little different than Penn State. Penn State's an explosive offense, but a lot of their explosiveness comes from Saquon Barkley. Oklahoma State's a little different. They are a team that gets the ball down the field vertically. They're going to challenge Pitt's secondary, and we're going to really get a good chance to see how far those guys have progressed in a year. They're just going to be a team that really continues to put pressure on you every single play. So even if you stop them 4 possessions in a row, they could score the next 4 possessions, and it's just that they're that good. I think the most amazing stat is they're averaging like 51.5 points per game.
51.5 points per game.
But only like 25 minutes of possession time a game. So, and I bet you 5 or 6 or 8 of that is at the end when they're just trying to run out the clock. I mean, because they score so quickly. So if Pitt is going to have a chance, they're going to have to do 2 things. One, they're going to have to defend that long, the long ball, obviously.
And they're going to see a lot of it.
And they're going to see it a ton. Those passes down the sidelines, one-on-one coverage, down the sidelines, trying to make the big play. That's what they like to do. So they're going to have to stop that. But the other thing is, unlike last week, they're going to have to finish every one of their drives with a touchdown. Kicking field goals is not going to do it. It was good that they were able to kick some field goals and sort of, get that part of the game, their game, going, because they're going to have some games in the ACC where field goals are going to matter. It'll come down to the end, maybe a field goal or whatever. So it was good to see, the kid kick a couple of field goals. You don't want to see him come out on the field in this game unless it's for extra points. Because if they're kicking field goals, it's going to be tough to beat Oklahoma State. Because here's the thing. Pitt could play a fantastic defensive game and give up 31 points.
When you put it that way.
That's just how good they are. Let's be real.
I'll add an attachment onto that. I'll add finishing drives with touchdowns and not turning the ball over. Because turnovers can really speed up the process as well, especially if they turn it over in their own end. It might take Oklahoma State 1 play. They might be able to score from anywhere on the field. So that helps, too. Getting stops might be a bigger deal for them.
Getting stops, but, obviously getting some turnovers on your end.
That could change a lot if you get turnovers, right.
But, last week, people that are stuck in 1970s football get all excited about the time of possession thing, And it's great what they did last week against Penn State by holding the ball for a long time. The problem is if you don't score, it doesn't matter.
Especially when the other team is scoring as frequently as Penn State did.
Or scoring as frequently like Oklahoma State. They can
they're capable.
1.5 minute drive, that's all it takes for them. They can score a touchdown. So if you're going to try and play keep away, that's great, but you better score a touchdown at the end of your 16-play drives and stuff. Or else all you're going to do is you'll have 9 minutes of possession time. They'll have 1, and you'll be down 7-3. And that's the reality.
You still lose.
Right.
You still lose.
And the thing is, if they finish those 2 drives that they ended in field goals last week, now all of a sudden you're an 11-point game, and then they finish the last drive. Now you're in a 3-4-point game. I mean, it's little things like that they have to do when you're playing against a real high-powered offense.
All right, let's shift gears here. Steelers and Vikings on Sunday, home opener for the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, the 14th home opener of his career. Meanwhile, Sam Bradford facing the Steelers for the first time in his career, and talked to a couple of different guys during the week. Talked to Keith Butler, and I asked him specifically, how hard is it to either avoid overestimating Sam Bradford based on what he's done maybe that first game, or underestimating him based on what's happened in his career? And he says, I overestimated him. He said everything he did against New Orleans, he did right. So when you're coming into this game, when you're the Steelers, knowing you got cooked for some passing yards last week against Cleveland, and a guy like Sam Bradford, where the offensive line was working well, he's got good receivers, then he's got a good running back in Dalvin Cook. So it looks like if they can get a lot of things going right, maybe this is a much tougher matchup than we give it credit for.
Yeah, well, I think the thing that Keith Butler also said that struck me was how quickly Bradford got rid of the ball and how hard it is to get pressure on him. So if the Steelers, they had 7 sacks last week, if they can't get pressure on Bradford, it's similar to Oklahoma State where, he can throw the ball down the field and make big chunks against the secondary.
Well, in the meantime, we got to take a break here, so we will take a break. We come back, we will answer your phone calls, 412-575-2600 on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. We'll also answer your tweets at Josh Taylor HD. Stick around.